Today, I'll be drawing what my cup looks like, especially when it's overflowing. And as I do, I want to invite you to join me. Grab a piece of paper, a pencil, some colors, whatever feels right. Draw what your cup looks like to you, not how it should look, but how it authentically feels right now. Maybe your cup is messy, maybe it's cracked, maybe it's pouring into something bigger. Whatever it looks like, that's your truth. Where do I begin? I wanted to change, but the environment I was in made me believe my life had to go a certain way. Go to college for this many years, get this kind of job, earn this kind of stability. That was the plan everyone seemed to follow. But deep down, I didn't feel called to it. It might sound strange, but I never really worried about my future. Something in me always knew I'd be covered. Still, family and friends would ask, "Are you still in school? What's next for you?" And honestly, I didn't know. At least, not according to that plan. What I did know was that I wanted to breathe again, to be me again, to find my creative spark, heal my inner child, and live in truth. But instead, I told people what they expected to hear. I gave them something to hold on to, some version of me that looked stable and familiar. Meanwhile, my heart ached every day. And even though the fire inside me, that authenticity, that faith had dwindled to a small flicker, that little light was all I needed. So I started small. I planned to do something big, something that was mine for my 21st birthday. I had dreams, passions, hobbies, and they weren't anyone else's to label as boring or unrealistic. But that plan didn't go as expected. And looking back, I think God knew I wasn't ready yet. He knew I wasn't ready to fully commit to that catalyst, the one that would start my true change. So I fell back into the world's pace again, the rushing, the comparing, the noise. Until my 23rd birthday. That's when I finally got to do what I planned 2 years earlier, but this time, I was ready. That trip became the spark for my revival. I also achieved something that had been holding me back for years. I got my driver's license. That might sound small to some, but to me, it symbolized freedom, movement, control. It was one of the first things that didn't feel like chains. After that trip, I had one of the most introspective months of my life. It actually spilled into quite a few, but I kept asking myself, am I going to conform again? Or will I finally become the version of me that's unknown, but full of abundance and faith? I won't go too deep into everything because some things are sacred between me and God. But I will say this: faith is what carried me. Even when I didn't know what the next step looked like, I trusted I was being guided. And I encourage you to keep your faith strong, to invite God into every part of your life, your creativity, your rest, your healing. Because He wouldn't bring you this far to leave you here, to forsake you. And maybe He even brought you across this video for a reason. Maybe your heart has been whispering something that you've been afraid to say out loud. Maybe you're craving alignment, peace, or purpose. And here, with mindful momentum, you can slow down, learn, and grow. And with time, you'll see what your overflow really looks like. Because once you start pouring into yourself, you'll realize you were never empty to begin with. Thank you for being here. Tag me in your drawing and let's grow together, one mindful moment at a time.